Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
everybody, and welcome to some more Runes. Azura's here too,
I've got the runes.
and I got the factory. So, let's see. News of the past 2 days. Okay, so like I mentioned in the last episode that Monday night board game meeting kind of somewhat sort of talked my way into potentially running a local D&D campaign, which, that's pretty neat. It'd be a kind of a weird experience to play D&D with relative strangers in person again, but you know what? I'm kind of for that. However, after that
Uh-oh.
happened, shoot, all my tools have been put away. After that had happened, I wound up talking to someone, uh, from the scary website Reddit, who apparently there is a Reddit chat, whatever thing, for my town. And people were talking about that after the trade show this past weekend. Some of them really wanted to get back into playing a local game of D&D.
Oh.
And I had commented on there as well. It's like, "Oh yeah, playing some D&D locally again, that would be a lot of fun." And someone, I think the person who had made the thread, messaged me. So we got to chatting on Discord, and not only do we live in the same town, obviously, we also live like in the same neighborhood. So we're gonna go and go for some coffee or something this weekend.
Nice.
Meet, chat, hang out, talk games and stuff,
Meet, chat, hang out.
play games and stuff. So, that should be pretty fun. Um, so I think that between that group and the other group that I talked to, we'd probably have enough for a full group. So
Neat.
that'd be pretty neat. And she even said that her husband usually DMs anyway, so I would actually get to be a player again. I think she really
Hooray.
liked the skateboarder character idea.
Skateboarder?
Yeah, it was your idea, Zora. Or at least you're the one that pointed it out.
What? Oh. Oh, using the stick. Yes. Also, I'm doing Wordle, and the word turned out to be stick, so thank you.
It's a sign.
Of the apocalypse?
Who knows? Because I think I went over this in the last episode, but there are different sorts of D&D players. And like I think I said then, D&D doesn't have to be the most serious thing in the world, but it's at least worthwhile to try to, it's worthwhile to at least be a little serious.
Mhm.
I think I've been on this, I think I've been on this rant a few times in the past. People who say, "Oh, it doesn't matter if we follow the rules or not, it's just a game." I've heard people tell me, "Oh, it's just a game. It's fine if I cheat. It's just a game. Don't be angry that I cheated to get the victory. It's just a game." It's like, see, it matters so little that you shouldn't be upset that someone should cheat, but it matters enough to me that I wanted to cheat in order to win. And it's like, gosh, are we in third grade again? Do I have to tell the teacher on you? Like, These people with their little children logic. Well, I know that it's important enough to me to want to win, but it shouldn't be important to you to win. You should just be happy that I won. Yeah, when I encounter something like this in playing Magic, I just, block the person on Discord, move on, etc. Except that the spell table bot that's supposed to have an aspect in it where if you have someone blocked and you're waiting in, to queue up a game, they can't join the queue. However, that feature seems to have been removed from the bot.
Oh. Well then.
So I think, yesterday, I wanted to get in a game of CDH to play with these new spoiled cards. So I started up a queue and I started waiting. And then someone I had blocked joined the queue, so I had to leave because, how am I going to just say, hey, it's like, hey, I don't want you playing with me. And then I looked back at the queue 5 minutes later, hoping, hey, maybe that queue is fine and there's a new queue that I can join. Somehow the queue that I had started now says that it was started by someone else and the other player was no longer in it. So I'm not exactly sure what happened in those 5 minutes. Heck, maybe that other player had started the queue in the first place. No. There was no queue waiting, not even a queue of 0. So maybe the other person left, my queue got deleted, someone did /LFG, new queue got made, but it said it was made by them. But, at the time that I'd made my queue? Who knows? Oh, yeah! There were new, Magic spoilers, because the upcoming Magic set got leaked out, and an effort to quell the leaks, Wizards of the Coast admitted, okay, there were leaks. We're not going to confirm or deny all of the cards, but here are a few that we're going to officially confirm a few weeks ahead of schedule. If any of you are familiar with the Unfinity set that came out, I want to say last year? I feel like it was just last year. If any of you are familiar with that set, you might be familiar with the card Nearby Planet. It taps for 1 mana of any color, enters the battlefield tapped, and when it enters you have to pay 1 mana or sacrifice it. Which, all 3 of those are lines on other lands that, nobody plays, because paying mana for lands is bad. But Nearby Planet is also every land type. Nearby Planet is, of course, not legal in regular constructed play. However, this new land, which I totally forget the name of, so I should probably quickly try to look it up and see. Planar Nexus is every land type other than basic land types. Because it being basic land types would make it so you could just use a fetch land to search for it. Also, it locks it into 5 color. So it taps for colorless, or you can pay 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color. In addition to being every non-basic land type, which means if you have one of the Urzatron lands, and this, the Urzatron land will be activated. So you can get 4 mana turn 2. And since I have the Urzatron lands in my CDH deck, I want to put this in as well. Because, this 1 land by itself boosts, I think, 4 of my other lands to give extra mana? The Urzatron lands and also Urza's Workshop. Yay! Because lands that tap for 2 or more mana are pretty rare. Speaking of lands that tap for 2 or more mana, there's one that also got spoiled, like, yesterday. Yesterday? Day before? I think just yesterday? Where is it? Scrolling through the list. Oh, right. Ugin's Labyrinth. When it ETBs, you may exile a colorless card with CMC 7 or greater from your hand. Hey, guess what kind of a deck that I'm putting that in? Yeah, that's right, my completely colorless deck that only has colorless cards in it. Where's... Oh, here's the 4th B.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Yeah, 2 of them are overlaid on top of each other.
Buzz, buzz.
Ugin's Labyrinth taps for 1 mana, 1 colorless mana, but if you have a card exiled with it, it taps for 2 mana instead. And you can tap it to return the exiled card to its owner's hand. So, say turn 1, I have one of my big giant payoff cards that there's no way I'm going to be able to just cast on turn 1. Play Ugin's Labyrinth, put that land safely in exile. And then on a future turn, once I do have the mana for it, bring it back to my hand with the Labyrinth, and then play it. Simple as it could be. Right, Cinnamon?
Meow.
Yeah. Cinnamon's been super snuggly lately.
Aww. Is it because you've got that pregnant glow again?
Pregnant? What? Again?
Oh.
No. I've been fixed.
You didn't want your fans to know about that. I'm sorry. I'm joking, everyone. She's not pregnant. At
Wink.
least if she hasn't told me, so I'm just trying to be funny.
But Azura, you're the mother!
Who's the father?
Chandra.
How?
So, anyway... Speaking of fetch lands, I think I brought them up at some point. My deck will actually be able to run a second fetch land. So, Azura, do you know... You don't know about the fetch lands in Magic, do you?
No.
So the fetch lands are a cycle of lands that don't actually tap for mana by themselves, but they have the ability where you can pay 1 life, tap them, sacrifice them, to search for one of 2 basic land types and put it into the battlefield. So it might be like, search for a plains or an island. Notably, it's not basic plains or basic island, so you can get a land... So you get a non-basic land that has multiple types. Turn 1 fetch into shock is pretty much a staple of, I don't know, modern Legacy. So fetch lands can fix you something crazy if you also have, like, shock lands or OG duels in, like, Commander. Of course, basic land types all have color identities, so I can't run any land with a basic land type in my colorless deck. I can run basic land Wastes, but Wastes does not have a basic land type. However, there are 2 lands in colorless identity where I can pay mana and sacrifice them to search for something in my library. There was Inventor's Fair. Pay 4, tap and sacrifice it, search for an artifact, put into your hand, only activate this if you have at least 3 artifacts. But now there's Urza's Cave, which is a land with the types Urza's and Cave.
Okay.
Urza lands get all the card types. Where it can tap for colorless mana, or you can pay 3, tap and sacrifice it to search for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. A land card.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that can absolutely be abused. There are a lot of really useful lands in Magic, especially in Commander. And I could just search for anything I want. Okay, what did I do? I've done... Oh, no, I've done most of my daily chores. Wait, I have more flowers to try to grow. I think Cinnamon wants to watch the game.
Aw, Cinnamon wants to watch you play.
Yeah. And there are a lot more very interesting looking colorless cards that are set to come out, but those haven't been officially spoiled yet. They're still just classified under leaks, so I haven't put them in the deck because the Discord allows for officially spoiled cards to be played, not just leaks, because the leaks could be just false. And don't want to put a card into your deck that will never actually be a legal card. But a card that has been officially spoiled, that is not a land that I put in the deck yesterday. So there are two... Well, okay. Yeah, there are two rather well-known, very niche counterspells. One of which sees plenty of CDH played as basically a staple. The other one sees basically none. They are Red Elemental Blast and Blue Elemental Blast. One mana, instant, destroy target permanent if it's X color, or counter target spell if it's X color. The red one destroys the counter's blue stuff, the blue one destroys the counter's red stuff. Azur, which one do you think is the staple, and which one's the stinker?
Oh. I don't know Magic enough to know.
So, despite blue being... Actually, not despite... Because blue is the color of counterspells, the red one is the staple. Because blue already has tons and tons and tons of other counterspells, they don't need this extra one.
I see.
Yeah. Red Elemental Blast is basically a staple in CDH, and Blue Elemental Blast almost never sees play. But as of yesterday, there's now a third Elemental Blast. Oh, right, because I didn't get the specialty growth stuff. Stuff's going fast at all. There's now the Null Elemental Blast. It's costs a single colorless mana, not generic, colorless. And it's either counter target multicolored spell or destroy target multicolored permanent. Which in CDH is mostly just like commanders, but oh well. One mana to counter a commander or destroy someone's commander. In colorless, still seems pretty good.
Morning. Morning.
Oh, right, this is a romance event thing, isn't it?
Morning.
Morning.
Oh. Also, speaking of morning, this morning a new secret layer got spoiled. I'm gonna send the image over to you, and I want you to tell me what you think of it.
Okay.
So here's the image.
Wow, these cards look really sarcastic.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
Morning.
Also, seriously, Comic Sans?
Comic Sans, and basically the letters are like alternating capitals. With 4 of the 5 cards starting with a lowercase.
Morning. Morning.
Yeah, and like that's some decent art on the cards, but the choice of font and stuff. Do you want to know what the theme was? Like what the announcement said the reason was for picking these cards?
Eh?
Yeah, according to the announcement, it's Maple Fools.
Okay, Claire, at this point, how can you seriously still take Magic the Gathering or anything Wizards of the Coast does seriously?
Who says I take it seriously? I play colorless CEDH.
Morning. Morning.
Oh god, this is a terrible image. Okay. Sunder Hills. As this enters the battlefield, you may pay something. I think it's 2 energy. If you don't, this enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, Thunder Peak. Okay. Wow, this is a new dual land. Because it's land, mountain, forest, but you have to pay 2 energy to put it in untapped. Oh, also, Whistle of the Coast reprinted a card that was so strong it got... Not reprinted. Made an alternate version of a card that was so strong in Commander it had to get banned. And someone was in chat yesterday talking about, oh, this is literally the exact same card. It's just going to get banned again right away anyway. Without listening to anybody say, no, this is not the same card. The thing that got the first card banned does not apply to this card. But despite like 3 people telling them that it wasn't the case, they're like, nope, it's literally the same thing. Lol. And then got upset when people called them a troll. Do I just literally skip the rest of the day? I just skip the rest of the day. So look at this. Yeah, no. Open. There we go. Huh. Selective obliteration. 3 colorless sorcery. Each player chooses a color. Then exile each permanent unless it's colorless or it's only the color of its controller's choice. So someone chooses, say, green, then you exile all of this stuff that isn't either colorless, like their lands, or mono green. So if the commander's like red-green, it would get exiled. Seems like a interesting semi-board wipe.
Red Green. Isn't that a comedian?
No, he's a duct taper. I was going to say, like, duct tape YouTuber, but I think the Red Green show ended before YouTube started.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, play selective obliteration in a colorless deck. I don't even need to care about enough to pick a color. But then everyone else gets to keep some of their board and lose some of their board, usually losing their commanders. And playing Liberator as my commander, I can just flash out this sorcery whenever I want it. Also, new Kindred cards coming out for my awesome Kindred deck. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I totally forgot to finish with that. Wait. Do I care enough to go back and do that? No. Alrighty.
Please tell me you're not going to go and start brushing your fireplace again.
No, I don't have to. I have full communication. I just forgot to harvest some, like, grass yesterday. But I don't have to, you know, warp back to my save and do that, because the animals still have 9,700 food anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, my Kindred deck isn't going to have to be 50 lands anymore. Or 45-ish lands.
No?
Oh, right, duh, I can't harvest the animals. I did that yesterday.
Can't harvest the animals?
No, I
Good.
harvested them yesterday. What do you
Good.
think this is, a moon?
No, it's a rune.
Oh, right. Eldrazi Confluence. This is a card I'm kind of excited to play. And I think I know exactly what I'm slotting out to put this in. So, 2 colorless, so 4 mana. For an instant, with choose 3, you may choose the same mode more than once. Target creature gets +3, -3 until end of turn. So if I want, I could give a creature +9, -9 and kill some giant enemy creature. That seems nice. Or exile target non-land permanent, then return it to the battlefield tapped on its owner's control. It seems slightly less useful. I mean, if someone steals my commander, I can use this to get it back. So it's like, maybe it's okay? I don't know. Or if someone, you know, makes a big old mean token, I can get rid of it, or... Yeah. Because I don't think I run anything with really strong ETB effects, so... I won't need that. Or, create a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token with sacrifice this creature, add colorless. So suppose I just desperately need to remove someone's creature. I can just choose, okay, give your creature +3, -3, and I'll make 2 1/1s. Alright, perfect. A part of me almost wants to make a whole commander deck with cards that, with like, modal abilities like that. Every card has choices that you can make. Destroy target creature, or draw 2 cards. Haha, that worked. Okay, normal farm stuff, I guess. But, yeah, that's how I've been lately. D&D stuff, MTG stuff. It is kind of funny comparing the two of them together, because Magic gets new content all the time. In fact, that's like one of the issues it's been having is content blood. But D&D, the edition that I play at least, hasn't had new content in, what, 10 years? I don't think it's had new content since I started playing. No, yeah, think that's pretty accurate, actually. Because so when I started playing, 4th edition was out, so yeah. 3.5e hasn't had new content since before I started playing D&D. How long can I continue? So, strictly speaking, it could be possible for someone to memorize all D&D 3.5e content. Or at the very least, for someone to play so many games of it that they just... What? Have used every potential character race, every character class. That sounds like a lot of work. Whoops. Also, as tempted as I have been to just go to the pool lately, I think my sort of issue with that is there's no real point to going to the pool alone. It's like, yeah, sure, people go on their own just to swim, but I don't want to just, swim laps. I want to go just to, like, play in the water. But that's weird for someone to do just on their own. I don't have anyone to go to the pool with.
Why is that weird to do on your own?
I don't know, it just seems like that's weird for some... Because I've always, like, gone to the pool with somebody. I don't think I've ever actually just gone to a pool on my own.
Weird.
Weird thing to think about, but... Yeah, basically, yeah. Even if it's just been the case of like, hey, we're staying at this campground and there's a pool nearby. It's always been the case of someone's all like, yo, Claire, you want to go to the pool? And I'm like, alright, let's go. And then we just, go to the pool. But, like, together and all that.
Ah. I mean, I can't remember the last time I went to a pool with someone. I can remember the last times I went by myself, but I don't remember ever actually going with anyone.
What a shame. We should go to the pool together sometime.
Eh.
Also, I have to admit, I'm slightly torn between just ending this episode now and actually just going and doing another day. Didn't really want to do a whole other day, but there isn't much left to do on this day. It's like, there's only like 20 minutes left in the episode anyway, at most. Yeah. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Also, as recording so many games with you has kind of made the experience weird when I just try to play a game on my own.
Oh?
Yeah, because I think it was, yesterday I wanted to record something on my own. You were busy with the stream and all that. So I was all like, oh, hey, here's a game that I had bought and never once played. This seems cute. So I started playing it. Turns out it's like a visual novel. So like, drat, if only Azura was here, we could do the voices. And even after I finished, I was all like, drat, now I kind of want to show Azura this game.
To be honest, with visual novels, I have to be in a certain mindset. I have to be in the right mood.
The mood
Boy.
of this game was lesbians.
Okay. What was the title?
Her tears were my light. Something like that, at least.
You should take a look at what I'm streaming right now. Doesn't this look like a dire situation?
I don't want to watch what you're streaming, because I'm trying to stream.
Yeah, I have the audio muted.
Oh, it's Paper Mario. Here, let me pause my game. Go onto your stream. Do. Audio was in fact not muted.
Well, there shouldn't be any audio coming from the game, so...
There is! I clicked on the stream to watch it and it's going row, 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 row.
Oh. Weird. Okay. Because it's supposed to be muted, so I have no idea how it's being sent to you. Oh well.
No, it's good. I'll just end this episode off early, and then I guess next episode we can just go run in and start doing things again. I think, yeah, I did all. Yeah.
We'll see
Like
you all
always,
next time on
fans are
Harvest
always-
Rune.
Yes. See you all next time on Moon Factory.